Opening on Megacity 1, we see a criminal attempting to escape justice.
Stupid judges, they'll never catch me, I'm Tiny the Tap.
Climbing a flight of stairs and speaking too soon, Tiny spots an approaching silhouette of a judge.
Drock, me and my big mouth, I surrender.
As the judge steps into the light, Tiny sees his face, decaying, dead, and grinning an evil grin as he holds out his hand towards Tiny.
His hand, it's going right through me.
It's then we learn who the figure is.
My name is Death, and I've come to judge you.
And with that, his hand is through Tiny's chest. He has been sentenced. The body found sometime later by the street judges who were in pursuit. No mark on him, and barely any leads. They call in Judge Dredd.
We lost him in this maze, and when we found him, look, his face, like he died of pure terror. No sign of any attacker. The only lead we have is this. We found it under his nails. We think it's skin.
There's a nasty smell of decay all around here. Give that to me. I'll take it to the labs. Dredd takes the sample and heads to the labs. Under inspection, it does indeed confirm it to be skin. However, not whether it is human. It's skin. Not sure if it's human. It's so decomposed. Not months, not years. Centuries of decay. That's impossible. It wasn't Tiny's. It has to be the attackers. Well, if that's the case, we have a strange killer on the loose in Megacity 1. And with that, Dredd sets off, racing through the cityscape on his Lawmaster in search of this bizarre but deadly killer. Meanwhile, somewhere in a club, the citizens of Megacity 1 are dancing, drinking, and living their life to the full. Little do they know that death approaches.
My name is Judge Death, and I'm here to judge you. Don't be afraid. Dying is easy. Dying is good.
The music cuts out as Judge Death slides his hand through the DJ's body, sentencing him, killing him. Dredd, this is Control. We have reports coming from the Rabbit Hutch. Get there ASAP. We're on our way. As the judges arrive on the scene, the doors are locked. The screams for help can be heard and they smash their way through. There's the smell of decay again. As they enter into the club, the bodies littering the floor, and there, stood in the distance, is Death.
Have you come to witness me sentence?
Judge Ross steps forward. No, we've come to throw you in the cubes, perp. Ross, no, stay back. But before Dredd's words could take effect, Judge Ross had stepped forward, the deathly figure raising his hand up and in one quick chopping motion, sliced his hand down and through Ross's neck, killing him. Rapid fire, blast the crud out of him. The judges let out a hail of bullets from their lawgivers, but it isn't enough. Death goes down, but he starts to stand again, not fazed in the slightest. As he stands, the judges hear his chilling words.
You cannot kill me. I do not live. I am here to bring order and the law to this city. My law, the law of death.
With that, Death steps forward, and just as he did with Ross, he slices his hand through Judge Runciman's neck, killing him, bringing Death's twisted version of law to the judge. Dredd, always the quick thinker, changes tactics. Bullets don't seem to stop him. Let's see how he handles an incendiary round. And with that, Death goes up in flames, crumpling to the floor in a heap. As the smoke clears, the body can be seen, charred, rotten, and the smell begins once more. That smell is back again. As Dredd points this out, a wisp of smoke begins rising from the mouth of Death, slowly getting thicker and thicker, until it resembled the ghostly face of the thing that claimed itself to be Death.
You have only delayed me, lawbreakers. I will cleanse this city. I will judge the living. All will be judged.
The chilling words fade out as the face disperses and the judges are left alone with the body.
Dredd, what kind of monster was that?
I don't know, McKay. I wish I did. Taking the body to the morgue, Dredd calls in Side Division Judge Anderson. Due to her psychic powers, she is the best judge equipped for the job of getting to the bottom of this strange new evil in Megacity 1. I'd better get you up to speed, Anderson.
Save it. I've already read your mind. You can't hide any of those guilty secrets from me. I'm a telepath.
I have no guilty secrets, Anderson. Approaching what has now become a skeleton, Anderson takes off her gloves. So, this is our mysterious judge, is it? You want me to get in contact? Bring him to you so you can throw some words at him? Alright then, on with the show. As Anderson places her hands on the skull of the creature, she reaches out in an attempt to contact it. Oh man, it's so strong. If you could feel what I'm feeling, feel the power of this being. And then, that chilling voice comes through once more. This time, from Anderson's lips.
You wish to speak with me?
What are you? What do you want? Dredd questions the voice of Judge Death.
I have travelled to your dimension to bring justice to your world. You all need to be sentenced. You are all guilty according to the law.
What law? What crime is it we have committed?
The crime is life. You call yourself judges and you dare to ask me that. Long ago, the judges of my world saw the crime was only committed by the living. Life became a crime and we cleansed our world. Now, I am here to bring you my law. The sentence is death and I will judge you.
Judge Death breaks the contact with Anderson. Coming to and regaining herself, Anderson explains. Losing his body has made him weak. He needs to find something or someone to continue. But I couldn't find out what. He was too powerful. Resigning themselves to the fact they now have to wait for Judge Death to appear again, Dredd heads off on patrol and Anderson retires to her apartment to rest. A heavy sigh session requires the user to recoup. Little did Anderson know she would not get the sleep she needed.
Don't go to sleep, Anderson. Open the window and let me in.
It's that voice again. No, I can't fight him. He's too strong. Compelling her to open the window, Death's ethereal form enters in and his plan comes out.
I needed a strong mind, a receptive mind. Your mind. Now you will be my arms and legs. You and I will be partners in death.
Later that night, we see Anderson walking through the morgue, carrying the creature's skeleton, and she cries out, "Keep away from me, I'm not myself, I can't resist, keep away." Death's voice rings out as Anderson's body reacts, kicking the man and killing him.
He must die.
Dredd gets the call, arriving first on the scene. He learns how Anderson stole a meat wagon, carried the body out, and was not herself, acting as if possessed. That's it, she's a telepath. The creature must have control of her. As Anderson drives, Death persists.
You cannot fight me, Anderson. You are weak. I am too strong for you.
Just get lost. Leave me alone, creep. She attempts to crash, but it is not enough.
This is foolish, Anderson. Now you will have to walk instead.
Back at the Grand Hall of Justice, Dredd has called the Psi Division telepaths in a hope to learn what the creature is planning. Judge Death's trying to stop her communicating to us. Anderson isn't going to quit though. She's now heading to the Charles Atlas Bridge, but that's not it. She keeps repeating one word. Boing. Huh? You mean the miracle spray, boing. Then, Dredd gets it. She wouldn't keep saying it unless it was important. No, that's it. I have it. I understand. As Dredd and a squad of judges ride through the city night, searching for Anderson, news comes in from Control. We know where she is. 4th floor of the low-rise Connapt building. Copy, Control. I'm on my way. As they approach the door, I'm going in alone. Once I'm in, make sure this door is sealed and airtight. And with that, he enters into the room and sees Anderson looking over at the creature's body. And he hears Judge Death explain.
The dead fluids, they will heal my body. Give me back my vessel. I will soon continue judgment.
Think again. Not missing the opportunity to blast the body into oblivion.
You dare defy me? I will just create another.
Death attempts to flee, but Judge Dredd had thought this through, and the room is literally airtight. Not able to escape, he enters into Anderson once more, possessing her and controlling her, making her launch at Dredd an attack.
Curse you, Dredd!
As he hits Dredd, knocking him down. He looms over Dredd, ready to land a final blow. Anderson momentarily takes back control and shouts, "Now, Dredd! The boing! Do it now!" Dredd quickly takes a canister out and sprays it on Anderson. Boing. The miracle plastic swells up around her, encasing her and Judge Death inside. He's trapped. We've beaten him. But we can't ever risk breaking Anderson free. Death will return, and Anderson knew it. This is her sacrifice for Mega City 1. Her sacrifice wasn't forgotten, and we close on a scene. Anderson, forever sleeping. The plastic was polished, cut, and placed within the Grand Hall of Justice, honouring Judge Anderson with a plaque. Supreme sacrifice. Judge Anderson, a monster dwells within her. So I did a video on Judge Death and a lot of you guys really enjoyed this character. It was a brief overview and I said I would begin covering full story arcs. Initially, I introduced these type of videos with Dredd versus aliens, but here we have an incredible run solely set in the Dredd universe. Without spoiling anything, the story does continue further down the line, and to stay tuned for that, make sure you hit the subscribe button for further complete stories from the 2000 AD universe. If you did enjoy this video, then please consider leaving it a like, as it does help the channel out. I've been Mr. H, and until next time, I'll catch you in the comments section.